So, about the Mandelson files. Parliament were considering giving some sort of update, and what we've got from them is that they're probably going to be out sort of early March, is what they're suggesting, but a lot of the information on there will be withheld. But that's because that information will be pertaining to an ongoing police investigation to Mandelson. And as much as I want everything in the public domain, I want full transparency, it is important that we bear in mind, if we want a fair trial for Peter Mandelson, and we want Peter Mandelson to see justice, which I'm sure we all do, then we need to make sure that the jury pool is not tainted, and Peter Mandelson gets convicted if he is guilty. We need to ensure that if he's guilty, a conviction is obtained and he is sent to jail. That is the priority, that is the goal. Any patriotic citizen will believe that. And as much as we want the full information, we want the files, and we want the facts, we need to bear in mind the dangers of tainting the jury pool and how that can lead to a mistrial. And that is the last thing we want. This process of the charge of misconduct in public office is already one of those crimes that's really hard to prove, relatively low success rate if someone's even charged in the first place, and it's also very complex to find an untainted jury pool because so many of these cases would be high profile. Naturally, it's pertaining some of the most important people in the country who are frankly abusing their positions, or at least those are what the allegations are. So, it's important that we bear in mind, yes, if Mandelson is guilty, he must be convicted and he must serve his jail time, and he must know you cannot betray Great Britain and get away with it. That is fact number one. But fact number two, that does not contrast this fact, but adds extra context to it, qualifies it, is that information that could taint this trial should not be released until the trial itself or after the trial. Because we need a conviction secured here. There is no greater priority than ensuring that those who betray or allegedly betray our country are brought to justice swiftly and in the most efficient manner possible. And that means a fair trial. It means a day in court or a week in court in which we get the full facts and then we get a conviction or not at the end. But again, it's obviously not just Peter Mandelson in trouble, is it? There's also been the high-profile arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, which is hardly surprising. I think we all saw that coming about a mile off. He has been making a very, very poor image for himself repeatedly over the last few years, and it has only gotten worse. He's digging his own metaphorical grave, and things are only getting worse for Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. After that disastrous Newsnight interview in 2019, I believe, it's been just the most horrendous downward spiral. And it's upsetting for the royal family. As someone who likes the royal family, someone who is a monarchist, it is a great shame to see their name of the Windsors thrown into such disrepute by such an arrogant and repulsive man. I don't know about you, but when I see Prince Andrew speak about something, his arrogance viscerally repulses me. He really is just the worst. I hate seeing him on television. He's obviously never done an honest day's hard work in his life. He obviously knows very little about the way that the real world is run, and frankly, it's nice to see him get a reality check, much like Peter Mandelson. These people are so arrogant that they think there are no consequences. Much like Jeffrey Epstein, I can do whatever I like. I can abuse, I can murder, I can steal. I'll do everything I like, and there will never be consequences for me. That's the Jeffrey Epstein mindset. That is the mindset for some other people in our political class. Not to name names, but we understand that Prince Andrew was immensely arrogant. We understand that also Peter Mandelson was terribly arrogant. It's these sorts of people that shouldn't be running our country. People who are so arrogant, so full of themselves, so self-obsessed that they simply can't see beyond their own fortune in life. They can't see beyond themselves. And it's important that we have politicians that represent us. They're not supposed to represent each other or their parties or try and protect their own ends or different people within their social or political circle. They are supposed to represent the people of Britain. And if someone has betrayed Britain, if someone has thrown Britain under the bus, if someone is giving out private market sensitive or government information when they should not be, without authorization, to someone as wicked as Jeffrey Epstein, they must face justice. And there is nothing more crucial than that at this